Wow, that was one crazy Super Bowl, let me tell you what. Alright guys, so today I'm at Anytime. I'm gonna go ahead and kill me a leg workout, but guys, we got some stuff to talk about. It's just been sitting on my mind, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get to the leg workout. Also, I am alone today. No filmer today, so might not be the best clips, but they're raw. Take them or leave it, I don't care. Catch you on the workout. Yo, what is up today, guys? It is Jesse Hobbs or Swole Productions, whichever channel this goes on, but I'm just here today because I had some stuff to say. I was about to hit this leg workout, but I've been thinking about it all day and I just got to get it off my chest, and here I am at the gym. Decided I'd film it here while it was late, not a lot of people. Let's hope no one walks in because it's going to be an awkward look. But alright, see if I can go ahead and bust this out. Alright, so I got some stuff typed down here just to make sure I hit all the points I want to. Yeah. So, I've been thinking to myself lately, why has so many amazing bodybuilders, so young, been dying lately? And it's really been sitting on my mind because I really want this to be a sport that can grow and become something huge, bigger than it already is, but so much bigger, and inspire people to become a more healthy person. But when you have a sport that literally puts you at a point of your body being in starvation mode or feeling like your heart's gonna get thrown off its rhythmic rhythm, then if it's just putting your body in a scared place towards showtime, then it really makes me wonder why sometimes, but all right, let's go ahead and get to it. Bodybuilding in our generation has become more and more glorified over the years, and as more people compete, more people tend to push their bodies and push the chemical envelope, if you know what I'm saying. Gear users, that's what I'm talking about. So I was watching this video, and there was one by Zim Fitness, there was one by, I think it was JPF Fitness. I'll pop them up, but literally on like 80% of the bodybuilders, most of them, they have some kind of heart problem, heart arrhythmia, some kind of heart attack, some artery clogged causing something to be, you get what I'm saying, any and all problems relating to the heart. And first thing that comes to mind when you think about heart problems, especially in all these young bodybuilders that shouldn't have heart problems, is what were they using? And most people believe bodybuilding is an industry full of the most healthy people on the planet, just all these gurus and nerds when it comes to dieting and chemicals, and we're all just a bunch of little lab rats. We're not completely healthy. We're all just a bunch of lab rats that want to find out how far our bodies can go and what's our potential. You know, like the anime shows, we just want to know if we can look like Baki or Yujiro or, I don't know, Goku. Yeah. But lately, within the industry, the federations are swaying towards the biggest and baddest people out there, and it's really putting off a false sense of like hope for all these bodybuilders that go pro and hope to compete in all these pro debuts and become a widely known name, because they just don't have a chance. Because I don't get why there's some weight classes in amateur but not in pro, but you can go pro in the amateur classes. Like, you can go pro in like a 180 class, but you aren't going to be able to compete as a pro until you hit like, I think it's like 198 or 212, whatever the lightest class is. I'm getting all confused, but it makes no sense to me. So all these people go pro and then they end up never competing because they don't want to put their bodies through that much. But the people that do usually try to make it quick, easy, soup up with the roids, and end up having some kind of health problem, and it ends up hurting them long term. Alright guys, so I'm sitting here editing this video and I decided to pop in for a quick second because I was getting a little confused in this video because I was talking about too much and my brain just wasn't keeping up with it. So, in bodybuilding, you do only got your 2 classes. In the bodybuilding level, you got your 212 and then the open, but that's it. But that's on the bodybuilding side of things. Like, that's not in classic physique, that's not in men's physique. They all got their own classes. They can be lighter, but in the bodybuilding category, there is not no 160, 180, 190 class. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the classes that are on the amateur level, they're just not all transferred over. And in my opinion, I believe that they all should be transferred over so everyone has an even chance, and that way we can have more competitors and really see the best physiques in the open class. Like, the people that want to get that big, they can go ahead and get that big. But if you want to compete as a pro at like 180, then you got it. You can still make a career out of it and still have potential in the bodybuilding world. You don't got to become some mass monster like Big Ramy. But alright guys, I'll go ahead and let you go now. Back to the video. I just had to throw this in. And I just don't get it. I want to make this sport a better sport. I want to make it something that inspires people. Like I said before, we need to be looking for the most artistic figure, not the biggest figure. We need to be looking for the most well put together and healthy figure, not the most dried out, veins popping figure. I just don't get it. It needs to be all together. And the only reason this sits on my mind is because these bodybuilders, they didn't live out their golden years, being retired and traveling the world, doing whatever with their spouses, leaving their kids behind because they decided to choose the chemicals over the longevity in their own life. And I just want that to change. I want it to change completely. And I'm not saying I'm against steroids, because I know in some leagues you're going to have to use steroids. But when I say steroids, I mean use them, not abuse them. Because yeah, these days you'll find people abusing them, stacking multiple compounds, 5 to 10, maybe even 12, and then throwing in diuretics before a show. And I just definitely do not believe that is the way to go, because you're putting your body through so much stress and 100% your heart, and it's just not right. But yeah, a lot of the problems do usually come down to showtime, because that's when you put your body through the most stress. People, their bodies tend to be dying out towards that point, and they're depriving themselves of water, taking all these diuretics, which throws their electrolytes off balance and then causes some kind of heart arrhythmia that causes more problems. And I just don't want to see that. I want to see bubbly physiques that I know that are like 7% body fat. Like, they're shredded, but they're not paper thin. I don't want no people passing out on stage having to go to the hospital. It makes no sense in my mind. Your life is worth so much more. But alright guys, might have more, might not, but either way, just had to say that. Peace out y'all, have a great night, like, subscribe, and stay swole.